Hi, this is Josh Clark with this week's episode of Be Your Best. Today I'm here to talk about the definition of success, and we're in the final part of a three-part series. And the definition I gave is this: knowing your purpose in life and pursuing it with excellence while making a positive impact on the world around you. So I want to talk about that third part, making a positive impact. When I make decisions about my life, I often picture myself in a rocking chair. And I'm sitting there rocking, and the sun is slowly setting. And I picture my kids, my grandkids, in the distance, and they're all playing and having a good time. And I'm asking myself, was my life a success? And I believe there's three things that I'm going to have to be able to answer. Number one is, did I keep the faith? Was I real? Was I genuine until the end? And then number two, did I invest in, did I maintain the relationships with my wife and my kids? And then number three is, did I make a positive impact in the world around me? In other words, did I know my purpose in life? And did I pursue it with excellence while investing in the life of those around me? You see, regardless of how big the ranch may be that I'm sitting on a rocking chair overlooking, regardless of how many homes or toys or possessions I have, none of that will matter. Not a bit. In fact, moments after that sun sets, people will be rushing to the auction house, if I have anything, to bid over it, to get it. See, none of that will matter. I can't take it with me. What will matter is, who did I invest in? Isn't that amazing to think about? When we plant seeds and invest in other people's life, that continues for generations to come after we're long gone. In fact, it continues to give. See, it's not about, and I think about that verse, Luke 6:38, it says, give and it shall be given, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. He said, will it be poured into your lap? Running over will be poured into your lap. You see, it's about giving though, but oftentimes we think that success is just about what we can give, what we can get. And I think we should pursue excellence in everything we do. And I hope that you're blessed beyond measure so that you can continue to give, and then it'll come back to you in happiness and fulfillment. I think about when I started my blog, Be a Catalyst. In fact, when I bought that domain name, even long before that, 10 years ago, when I bought it, it was because my mother, my parents, and the way they inspired me. Because growing up, seeing my dad give the last coat that he had and give it to somebody else. Seeing my mother, she would always ask us, will buying this, will watching that movie, will going there, doing that, will that help you to be your very best so that you can impact and make a difference in the world? You see, my mom was the most intentional person of anybody I know in asking herself, about everything she did, would it make an impact? Would it make a difference? She taught us that life wasn't about us, and that happiness and fulfillment wouldn't come through what we could just get for ourselves. And my parents, they weren't perfect. I'm not perfect as a parent. In fact, my wife and I are going through a parenting course. We're leading a small group in this, and every week I'm just being reminded of all the areas I need to improve. But you know what? I think success is about pursuing our purpose with excellence and making an impact, starting with our family, investing, sowing in the relationships around us. And I think about, when I talk about success, happiness and fulfillment comes through giving, investing. I think about Nick Vujicic, something like that. And he's a guy who has no arms and no legs. And I'll never forget reading his book. And it made such an impact on me because he talked about how he travels all over the world giving a message of hope that he has found. And he talks about that those who think they have the very least to give, those who are the most depressed and the most down and say, what possibly could I have to give? He says that when they give of their time, that all of a sudden meaningfulness, happiness comes back in spades. And then they have even more to give. But it starts with first giving. He talks about himself with no arms and no legs, and he said, what could he possibly have to give? And then he meets a child who has no arms and no legs just like him. He talks about the happiness, the fulfillment that he found through giving to that child and helping that child to have a better life through what he had learned, through talking to his parents and sharing, his own journey and how the immense happiness that came through that. So my question to you is this: where are you planting seeds along the journey of life? In fact, who are you mentoring? I remember somebody asked me that many years ago. Who are 3 people that you're mentoring? And I'll tell you what, it caused me right then. I started writing down the names of the people that God had put in my life. And you know what? I had brothers in there, so it starts with family. And it helped me to be even more intentional about, wow, how am I investing? How am I giving back? So that's my challenge to you. Who are you giving? Who are you investing in? Who are you impacting? And I got 3 parts of the challenge. Number 1, picture yourself in a rocking chair and ask yourself, what will be your definition of success? And then number 2, what change you need to make? At least one change right now in order to be true to what you believe that definition of success is. And then number 3, what's one short-term sacrifice that you're willing to make in order to make an impact, in order to bring about true happiness? So that's why I say short-term sacrifice, because it's going to come back. For some of you, it might lead to a career change. For some of you, it might just be minor adjustments. But ask yourself, how can I best make an impact in the world around me? And now, if this video has encouraged you, you take a moment to share it with others, and together we can be a catalyst to change the world, starting with one person at a time. And it begins with us pursuing excellence in all that we do. And now, if you want to view other episodes like this, you can go to Be a Catalyst, or you can go to my podcast, Be Your Best with Josh Clark. And let's go out there and make it an awesome day and an awesome week. God bless.